Good people, I'd like to share the favorite pieces of my card collection. And I'd like to start with where it all started. This is the original tropical island from my control deck in the 90s. I remember having these, multiple copies of these, and savannas and tundras in my deck. But over time these got lost. As you see, it's a very well loved, well nicked copy, but this is how I started, and so much of what I enjoy came from this. And this is one of the cards I discovered when I got back into TCGs in 2020. So it's like, this has a special place in my collection. It might not be worth a lot because of the condition of it, but I like it a lot. So this is definitely, like, I consider this the crux of my collection. Force of Will, the original art. When I got back into TCGs, I remember how I had a playset of these and how powerful it was to be able to counter something without having to pay the outrageous mana cost. I remember when I saw it, when it came out, I was used to using counter spells, which cost 2 blue mana. I was like, 5 mana, this is crazy. But you could pay 1 life and discard a card and actually have the power to counter something that came out. And that was, I just loved having that in my deck. But I lost them over time in my trading binder and whatever. So when I got back, I needed to have these just for nostalgia's sake. And I realized how expensive they've gotten, because it's only uncommon and it's not even reserve list. And it's being reprinted, not to oblivion, but it's been reprinted a lot. This artwork and this artist has doesn't no longer have like a good working relationship with WotC, so the chance that this will be reprinted is probably very low, or like the artwork and the whatever. So I did get a playset. These are like pretty nice copies. I got one of them graded at PSA, which returned 9. So, and I mean, I'm not a super big proponent of grading, but I felt like this is one of the cards that I wanted to have graded. So it's like, yeah, a lot of nostalgia, probably value that will go down over time, but you should only collect the things that you love. So that's why I have Force of Will. Mishra's Workshop. This is a very painful reminder for me to keep track of my trading folder or trading binder, because I had a trading binder with some dual lands, Arabian Nights cards, Antiquities cards, and a lot of revised Chronicles, Ice Age, 4th edition, stuff like that. But it got lost in lost in time. And I just remember having like a library of Alexandria in there. And oh my god, that card is worth so much. I bought it for like 70 euro back in the day, and I thought it was very expensive. So this is a reminder of, I know this has been reprinted, but it's like the Antiquities, that's the black border. It's the winter version. I like it a lot, and it's a constant reminder to like protect my collection and care for the things that I actually have. Then I started collecting Pokemon as well. I'm not a rich man, but I wanted to get into the Sky Ridge cards, because this is like the last set that Wizards of the Coast printed. At one point I wanted to collect all the crystal. I actually wanted to create collect like a master set of Sky Ridge, but I kind of found out how expensive and hard that would be, so I settled for just collecting some of the crystal Pokemons. And this I really like. I like the art. It's not the hollow one, but it's a copy in decent shape, not gradable. It has a little nick at the top there, but it's in pretty decent shape, and it's a good reminder for me of how I connect, for example, with my daughter, who really loves Pokemon, and having something rare that I might be able to pass down to her at some point is pretty cool. Then I have this secret rare Charizard from Champion's Path. This is like the only card that I've pulled, and actually I didn't even pull it myself. One of my co-workers pulled it. I bought like a bunch of different packs from different eras of Pokemon to just open at work for fun, and he asked if he could open this like this Champion's Path one, and we looked up, oh, you know, what's the chase card, and this was one of the chase cards from the set, and he was like, and he opened it, and I was like, hands shaking, putting it in the sleeve and in the top load. It was like amazing. I remember like one of my co-workers went completely bonkers when she saw this. It was like just a good experience of drawing or pulling a card from a random pack, like super lucky. Yeah, so that's in my collection. This is base set unlimited Charizard. When I got into Pokemon, it was all about the Charizards, and like I said earlier, I'm not a rich man, so I don't have any money for the first edition, Shadowless, all this stuff. But I thought that I wanted a piece of Pokemon history. I know these are not super rare anymore. They are popping up in people's binders, and people are getting them graded, and yeah. So, but I wanted a piece of this. I also have a graded copy. It's only like a PSA 8, and this one has like a little scratch in the hollow foil. But other than that, it's in pretty good condition, like considering how old it is. But this was just something I thought that I wanted. If I am going to collect Pokemon cards, at least I want this. Now we come to the Flesh and Blood stuff. The big three, like unlimited copies, pretty nice condition. I don't know if these would be gradable. Like I said, I'm not too big on grading cards. I wouldn't say it's like a waste of time, but it's you know, if it comes back like an 8.5 or an 8, or like, I feel like unless it's a 10, it doesn't really increase the value. So obviously it does, but for me, keeping them raw, having them close, not sending them away for 6 months, 8 months, or whatever, how long the turnaround time for grading is. But having these like staples in Flesh and Blood, if I want to play them, like everybody needs a tunic. I love Eye of Ophidia in like ranger things, so it's like I had to get these. These are bought. The spring tunic is from a Danish pro called Michael Pilgaard, who was gracious enough to sell me his. And the other ones are bought from Card Market and TCG Player. Crown of Dominion. This was like my first speculative investment or like purchase. I think I saw it in Staxwell's video about his Royal Briar, and thought about, okay, so this, compared to the other marbles in Dynasty, it has the kind of like full art thing. It has the playability of, you know, letting you start with a gold token that you can crack with cash in and draw cards and whatnot. And I bought it when it was around 100 euros, I think. And now obviously it's gone up. But this is a reminder of, first of all, like, it's a gorgeous card, but also like the doing your due diligence on when you are picking up a card and actually having it pay off over time. So this was nice. Corsium. This is this is the cold foil edition. I bought this on TCG Player, and I bought this because one of the first boxes I opened in Flesh and Blood was Tales of Aria, and the boxes I got were terrible. I got like a common cold foil and a few majestics. non-foil channel like frigid or something. I was like, terrible pulls, and I really wanted to pull this card. And I was in the mindset of, okay, if I want this card, I'll pick it up. And that was maybe like a year and a half ago or something. So, and obviously this has gone up since then. And I do see it maybe having a place when PvE comes out. But it's just like, it's a landmark. It's a beautiful card. I think maybe at some point it will have its place in play. And yeah, that's why I wanted to add it to the collection. So that's basically it. The favorite pieces of my collection. And I know in general, I say like the name of the channel is the sealed case. I generally like to stay away from singles because singles are more volatile than sealed product, because it has the individual stock as opposed to like the mutual fund approach. So in general, I like to pick up a sealed product, but obviously I'm just as prone to FOMO as the next person, and watching Stackswell's videos, like I get sucked in sometimes. So obviously I like single cards as well, and you will see me in the future post more videos about single cards that I've picked up and will be picking up. But in general, I like to pick up sealed product because in my mind that just feels the best. But as usual, thank you for watching. If you like the content, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, help the algorithm help me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.